Thank you for listening to AGirlandHerHipHop.com. I'm Rainey O'Shea, and today my guest is none other than BadTrip. How you guys doing?
What up, though?
How you doing?
That's good. That's good. Glad that you guys are here, and, thank you for taking the interview.
No, thank you for inviting us here. This is amazing.
Okay, great. So we're going to start off. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
All right, well, I'm going to start it off. I go by the name of P. Rich.
And I'm Chris Harris.
And I'm BadTrip.
Okay. All right, cool. So where are you guys from?
Detroit.
Detroit, Michigan. Okay. All right, so being from Detroit, there are a lot of hip-hop acts out there, a lot of artists out there. So tell me what sets you apart from them.
It's honestly a lot. I don't know too many of people on the Detroit scene, like personally, that rap. But it just seems like where they derive from as far as their content, we just kind of have a different outlook. We listen to different genres. We kind of watch different movies, and we kind of incorporate everything that we do on an everyday basis into our music. And because we're different, I guess everything that we create is different.
Okay. All right, so who are some of your influences? What inspired you guys to like get into the rap industry?
Well, I can say honestly, as a producer, I like late 90s, early 2000s inspired music, like Timbaland, Just Blaze, Neptunes. If we talking about today's music, I would say Drake, Lil Wayne, Fabulous, and pretty much popular artists, things of that nature.
Okay, so it's cool that you... Anybody else want to chime in on that before I move on?
He was, I guess, coming from the producer standpoint. As far as me, rapping, I listen to a lot of, like, alternative. So people like Arctic Monkeys, Weezer, Mac DeMarco, and then you got Childish Gambinos, just people who take like a different route but are still storytelling or very concise on like how they want to convey what they want to say to you. Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, since I know that, explain what each of you guys' position is in the group. What do you guys do?
Well, I'm P. Rich. I rap. I've been doing this thing, I think, for like the longest from like a rapping aspect. So, that's my thing.
I'm Chris Harris, and I am a rapper as well, and I'm more of the people person. I'm the person that they kind of send out to, chit-chat with you or see what you're doing on social media and whatnot.
Instrumentals, I produce, engineer, and rap, and do a little bit of singing as well. So, yep, that's about it.
Okay, so you sing a little. So you do all the hooks?
Yeah, I've done quite a few hooks, but it's actually like, okay, like, so idea might start from Chris Harris or P. Rich, and then we'll just build off of that, because there's no, like, we can't define each position because it's all collective. Like,
yeah, it's a lot of drunk decisions made that just turn into amazing ideas when you're a little bit sober.
Right. But that pretty much sums up, our process as a group.
Okay. All right, so let's get into your music. What's the title of your new single?
The new single is 007. It's actually my first single from my EP, featuring P. Rich and Chris Harris. And basically, it's a different flavor. It's something that you wouldn't hear typically from the Detroit scene.
Very iconic.
Dope.
Man, I love that song.
Okay, you guys shot a video for it?
Not yet. We're in the process of it. We're actually getting ready to shoot a video for a song called Slow. It was like one of our earlier releases we did this year, but it did like really well. So we're getting ready to shoot that. Be on the lookout for that.
Okay, so the single that you got out now, who produced it? In-house production?
Oh yeah. Yep.
instrumentals, baby.
Don't forget the name.
Okay. All right. So, what's the mixtape or project that the latest one that you guys have out?
That's actually funny. We literally just started putting out music maybe a little less than a year ago.
About 6 months ago.
Yeah, so honestly, we've been working on the craft for maybe a year and a half to 2 years, but we're somewhat perfectionists to a degree. So we were really trying to just find our voices, and we were trying to basically mesh everything together so it just runs smoothly. So as far as projects, we're all individually working on our own EPs to drop. I believe P. Rich, he's going to have the first crack at it. And basically we're going to hit everybody project after project after project. Because even though BadTrip is a group, it's honestly we're all our own individual artists that come up under the same brand, and we just make such good music that we have to kind of stick together, because it would be ludicrous for us to just be trying to conquer the world by ourselves.
Exactly. So we are actually getting ready to work on this BadTrip EP. It's gonna be a collection of a few of the songs we released already and some unheard material. So we're gonna put that out there probably in April. So stay tuned for that. Be on the lookout.
Yeah, just to get the ball rolling, and then I'll probably release some beat tapes for people who just checking for instrumentals and stuff like that, or anything to keep us relevant is pretty much the direction we're going in.
Okay. That's interesting that you guys, you're collaborating together as a group, but you're still putting out individual projects. I think that's interesting. So, for listeners out there, I know I asked you, how did you stand out in Detroit, from Detroit hip-hop artists? What would be that message, though, if I were listening to your music for the first time? What would be the message that you guys would want me to get from that? You can do it individually and, as a group.
Well, for me, I just want people to be hell yeah, because I just be saying some real shit, you know what I'm saying, where it's super relatable, that's me. So if I can say something that you can personally relate to, and be hell yeah, I feel like I did my job. So that's what I want people to get from that.
From my standpoint, basically, I'm a talker. So I'm always having some sort of conversation about one of the things that I like, which it might be a movie or a TV show or a song. And it might be certain scenes, that I'm using as a relevant joke. And I put so much of that into my music that it's I kind of have little iconic things that I say. And for somebody to be able to understand where I got that from, know a character's name that I mentioned, or know, a quote from a movie, that's the type of shit that I live for. I laugh and I relate to people off of stuff like that. So if you can catch that in my music, then I know that I can smoke a blunt with you.
Yeah, it's pretty much what they said. It's the relatable aspect. And another thing is, in this market, we come from an underdog perspective, because we're not with the end crowd. You know what I'm saying? Not that we're lame people or whatever. We have a lot of friends and stuff like that, but we the typical Detroit artist. You know what I'm saying? They talk about dope boy stuff. We don't talk about that. We just talk about basic stuff that we do, but you know what I'm saying? It's cool. We put it in a nice way. We had good delivery with it. You know what I'm saying? We really think that we 100% feel that people will stand by our product, and enjoy what we put out, because we come from that, you know what I'm
environment.
saying? Yeah, we come from that environment. We come from that quality. We don't. I put quality over quantity anytime. That's why you just don't see projects being released, you know what I'm saying, every week from us, because what we putting behind it is several hours of work, and
energy,
we want to the energy, right?
Good times. We enjoy making our music. We really do. So the fact that we can all come together and each add something new and something different, and it become a brand new entity, and now we're giving it to everybody, and they're just looking at it as one thing, and they have no idea how collective this thing was. It's just yeah, there you go.
It's a movement. It's a movement.
Yes.
So being an underdog, as I heard when y'all say underdog, bringing that up, coming from, you know, just starting out, what will be that point that would solidify that, hey, we've made it, man. This is it right here. I know we've made it. What would you say that would be for you guys?
$1 million.
We get on the Breakfast Club, like, all that, you know?
Yeah, no, seriously, like, you see me on, like, as, like, an extra on, like, Law and Order.
We got random, like, I know it's somewhere.
When we ain't got to work no more and do the other things that we do to try to support the music and I feel successful. When we can just eat and offer like something that we love to do, that's successful.
And I feel like that's when the music will get. You gotta understand, we got lives. Like Chris Harris is a father, single father at that. You know what I'm saying?
Custody, baby.
And we all got jobs. We got things going on in our life, so we only get together pretty much the weekend. You know what I'm saying? If Friday night. So it's like we jamming all this stuff, but it's just so much energy and just so much creativity. You know what I'm saying? When we get around each other, that's why I think it's gonna be so infectious about it. And then when people start seeing like documentaries and like seeing our process, I think that's when people really gonna rock with it because we start related.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I can ask for a bowl, huh? Go ahead. I was just talking shit.
So, you guys have any shows coming up or anything like that?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Hey, we actually have a show in New York on March the 27th in Queens.
What's the name of the event?
Hip Hop Season. Yeah, Hip Hop Season is like a showcase. So we getting ready to do that.
Annual one, I believe.
Yeah. So
okay.
You ought to look out for that.
Okay. Anybody want to share their social media links, platforms, stuff like that, so people can find you?
Follow me on Instagram at PRES313. It's some dope stuff, a lot of connections to our music, a lot of a snapshot of like stuff we be doing on a daily. So follow me on that.
Follow me on Instagram, Benstrumentals. That's BENSTRUMENTAL. That's basically instrumentals, but Ben instead of inch. It'll pop up. I swear it'll pop up.
And you can follow me at on Instagram at _Casares. That's KASARAS _ and also follow us on Tumblr at BadTrip Production. Please follow us on Tumblr. Right? Nobody follows us on Tumblr, though.